Hello, long time no vlog. It's me, Spicy Racy, and you guys are watching Hey Extra Spicy, which is a vlog channel. We have a total of 3 channels. We have our most popular is Spicy Cosplay, where my husband, Mr. Spicy, and I do cosplay tutorials. Also, we take you around conventions that we frequent, and I have my main channel, Hey Spicy Racy. It's been so long since I've uploaded on that channel. I just recently uploaded a new segment called I Can Make That. You should definitely go look at it if you want to watch some fun stuff. I'm going to try and post once a week on different days for each channel. Lately I've been inspired to get back to myself and get back to being online again. Those of you who have been here for a while know that I took a really long break from my main stuff. And, you know, the most noticeable change that you can probably notice is I cut my hair off, y'all. It's gone. It's kind of, I'm wearing like full face of makeup but like sweats. It's a long bob. It's shorter in the back and it goes longer, and actually I am ready to go shorter, so I'm gonna keep my hair appointment in 2 months, and I'm going to go a little bit shorter. I'm thinking long on one side, shorter on the other side. We'll find out. I don't know what prompted me to cut my hair, because I kind of wanted to go into that because I feel like it really is part of why I am going to be back online. Before I went in to get my hair cut, my hair was almost down to my butt. Like, it was super long, my hair is super thick, natural redhead. I don't know if all redheads have thick hair, but my hair is super thick. So it was hot, and it was just never meant to get that long ever. Like, I've never been somebody who super obsessed with my hair. You know, like, I have to have it long. I never like grew up wanting it to be super long and luscious and anything like that. I was kind of on the fence. I was thinking about cutting it, but every time I'd mention that I wanted to cut it, my family members, my friends, my coworkers would be like, no, you know, don't cut your hair. Oh my gosh, don't cut your hair. Like, it was just this very serious thing that I shouldn't do. Almost like if I cut off my hair, it would make me less of a woman. And that's how I feel like my hair has been kind of categorized my entire life. I've had long hair since I was a little kid, and you know, in high school, once I got old enough to make my own decisions, I had it short for a really long time, and then you know, I was trying to not to damage it by putting color in it anymore, and you know, I just kind of, it grew out. It just happened. It just like grew out. I didn't do anything. I didn't mean to do it. It was like pure laziness. It grew out and got long. And I've just personally never been like a huge fan of it. If it's like a little bit long and manageable, then that's fine, but I felt like my hair was just getting so out of control. People were giving me compliments all the time on my hair. It was acquiring a lot of unwanted attention. For a while I felt really guilty about thinking that way, you know, like there's people out there near and dear to my heart who don't have, you know, hair, or people that I don't know who suffer with or struggle with baldness or not being able to grow hair. And so, you know, here I am complaining, you know, about getting compliments and people wanting to touch or ask me questions about my hair. It's just a feature of me, but it's not who I am. So when I went in there, I was on the fence, and I asked my hairstylist, who I'm not particularly like super close with, but I asked her, I said, I'm thinking about cutting my hair, but you know, I've had short hair in the past, but I have a very you know, like plump face, so it just kind of emphasizes the roundness of my face. And so she evaluated the situation. She could tell that I was over it, and she let me know. She said, hey, just to let you know, your hair is long enough to donate to Locks of Love. So after she said that, like immediately, there was no decision. I was just like, you know what? Yep, let's do it. We're going to donate my hair to Locks of Love, and somebody who's going to appreciate it, somebody who needs it, somebody who wants it is actually going to benefit from my hair growth that had happened. Once she had cut my hair, you know, she put it in the braid, and then she said, are you ready? I said, yep, I'm ready. She cut it, and I just, it was like I had a weight lifted off of my shoulders. And she asked me, she was like, how do you feel? And I was just like, I feel liberated. Like, I feel so weird, but I feel so liberated. I feel more like myself than I have in a really, really long time. And, you know, there was a few events that had happened that made me want to get off of being online and being so out in public. Not public, you know, there's only a few views that are happening, but I felt so vulnerable due to a situation, and I felt vulnerable online because I was attracting you know, a certain kind of audience. And, you know, things have changed. I've gotten older. I'm not going to, period, stand for certain things. People are going to get blocked if they're hateful to other people on the channels, if they're rude to me. I'm not going to stand for any perverted comments or whatever. Like, you're banned from the channel. You know, that was something that I had to learn the hard way. Also, just standing up for myself and regaining my light. I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to. It's a private matter, and you know, I don't think it'd be a good idea if I got into it. But something had happened where I was so upset about it that I wanted to kind of just disappear and blend in, and just, I felt like the thing that had happened was because it was my fault. You know, if I hadn't looked the way that I did, or if I hadn't smiled the way that I did, then, you know, maybe it never would have happened. But after taking time and really learning and, you know, really forgiving and letting go of some stuff, I ultimately got stronger and found my light again. Because like I mentioned, for a long time I just wanted to be invisible, and even my mom pointed out, she was just like, you know, you don't sparkle anymore. You used to have such a sparkle behind your eyes and in your smile and the way that you dressed. You would wear hair, clothes, makeup from head to toe. You would be done up, you know, you would look like super cute, age appropriate. You're having fun, you're being yourself, and like now it's just like completely gone, and you should never let somebody take that away from you. And you know, she had brought it up a few times, but I remember there was one day when she brought it up and just wearing like black and gray, and my hair was in a bun. I didn't have any like makeup on. I didn't even wash my face. I don't even think I brushed my hair when I put it in a bun. And you know, beauty is skin deep. It's not, you know, what's on the outside that matters. But my outside was starting to reflect how I felt and how I viewed myself on the inside. And so after she had brought that up, it really just, you know, it really sat with me, and I realized that I had, you know, changed. I definitely changed. So I feel like the haircut really just kind of, it's a fresh start. And I use way less product, which is amazing, but it's like you cut off the bad memories and you're gonna have good memories. And I remember when I went through my first really horrible breakup, I got a haircut, and it was like that same kind of like fresh start feeling. What is it about haircuts? Another thing that you guys might notice is I got my septum re-pierced. I had it pierced one time, like, gosh, 5-6 years ago, but it wasn't done correctly, so I ultimately had to take it out. But I have it back in again. I really, really like it. Now, I already know like some conservative people and maybe older people are going to see it, even my parents included, and they're going to say, you know, it's an ugly piercing, it's not pretty, you're so pretty, you don't need to have that. You know, I like it. He went with a really large gauge. This has to be, now the one in my ears is 16, so this one has to be like, this is an 18. I don't know. This has to be, I don't know how big a 14 is. It's big. It's really big. He like literally punched a hole out of my septum, that's how big the hole is. So, I mean, that sounds like super dramatic. It's not that big, but it's bigger than I initially wanted to do. Like, I will eventually switch out to a smaller size, you know, with the smaller balls and the smaller just ring altogether, and I'm probably going to get like a tiny little hoop when I'm not at work. But I work at a conservative place, and, you know, that's not going to change. I'm going to be there for a long time. This piercing is, I still get to, you know, be myself and feel like myself, and I can just tuck it in during work, and then I can tuck it back out when I'm not at work. So that is probably the biggest things that have happened. I cut my hair, fresh new start, got my septum pierced, re-pierced. Yes, it hurt. I would compare it to getting stabbed in the nose with a sharp object, because that's exactly what happened, and that's exactly what it feels like, if you're wondering. So maybe if you're too chicken, maybe get some of those fake septum piercings that have been really popular right now. No one's gonna know the difference unless you tell them or they ask. I've just been so inspired lately by my friends, by my husband, to really just grow, find strength, and be the most original and authentic me that I can be. And I love them all so much for that. Prince Eric, Wally, you know, Mr. SPiCEY, they absolutely mean the world to me so much. And I, you know, I think sometimes, you know, what would I do without any of them? And they're so irreplaceable and so near and dear to my heart. I can't even think what life would be like without any of them. We're thick as thieves, the best friends that you could ever imagine, and I totally hope we all grow super old and cranky together, because I love those guys so much. I can't even explain. I feel like for Ricky too, or Mr. SPiCEY, I feel like they're the brothers like that he never had. He has a sister, but he doesn't have brothers. So it's really nice to see, you know, that relationship between them. And I also feel like they're my older brothers, but they would be my baby brothers because they are younger than me, but they're taller than me. So in my mind's eye, I'm just like, that taller means older. So that means everybody's older than me, apparently. So I just really appreciate them, and I'm excited for the future, and I'm really excited for things to come. There's another really big thing that happened, but I'm not sure if right now is the appropriate time to touch on that. But unlike the topic, the very serious topic that I mentioned earlier, I won't talk about that ever on camera. I will not talk about that. But the other thing, I might one day talk about it, because it could really help somebody. So you guys are just like, I'm so confused, I have no idea what the heck she's talking about now. I'm happy to feel like Spicy Ricey again. You know, Spicy Ricey 2.0, extra spicy. Oh, just like this channel's name. I'm just happy to be in the place that I'm at right now with the people that I'm with, because it feels good. And I keep looking at the thing because I'm trying to check and see how much time I have, because I'm rambling, and that means that I've been talking for 20 minutes. It's so good to talk to you guys again. I've missed you guys. I hope that there's more of you, and I'm finally ready to let you guys in, and for the most part, and get to see our lives. And I hope that you guys just try to live life to the fullest and remain positive. I know it's really hard sometimes, but know that you're special and you're put on this earth for a reason, and I so appreciate you and love you for your uniqueness, and don't ever forget it. So, you know, thank you guys so much. If you're already subscribed, thank you. If you want to stick around, make sure to subscribe. I'd love to get to know you guys, and hope you're ready for my life. See you guys in the next video.